Gary, after a second intermission when you were up 3-1, what did you see not happen in the third period?
Well, again, it's one of those things. They had 5 shots on goal in the third period. That's all we gave up, and they scored 3 goals. Bizarre game, honestly. For our goaltender, for Dinger, I can tell you this right now, those games are very challenging for goalies at the pro level when they're seeing no action, no pucks. I mean, even there was a couple of just random shots that looked like he was struggling with in the second period. And that's normal when the goalies aren't seeing a lot of action. We're only getting 3 shots, 6 shots. And so those games can be challenging. And I think, the first goal that we gave up, obviously, that was a nice shot by the guy, but I don't think he maybe had even seen a shot up until that point. And then he sees a laser beam, up over his shoulder, you know what I'm saying? So, a lot of times with a goalie, you want to get in the flow of the game and start seeing some shots, get them comfortable. But, you got to tip your hat to our team, though. I mean, we did a very good job for the majority of the first and second period. And even in the third period, again, it just seemed like this year it's bizarre during this stretch that we've been on. Other teams are just so opportunistic. I mean, it's just wild. I mean, we'll have 2 breakaways, 3 breakaways, can't score, and all of a sudden a bounce comes on somebody's stick, it's in the back of the net. It's been that type of last month and a half. And again, even when it was 3-1, I felt like we should have put a dagger in them. We had some grade A chances that we missed the net on, some breakaways that we could have capitalized on. And you kind of let teams hang around and hang around and hang around. And, you leave yourself open to stuff like that. And so, we just gotta flush it quickly. We gotta get points this weekend. We go to Roanoke next week, and we talked about this homestay and how important it was. The group knows it. We got some good dudes in that room. It's you don't want to kick a horse when it's down too bad right now because they did a lot of good things. But I did think that once they scored those first 2 goals and tied it up, again, we started pressing because, again, it gets back to that adversity thing with our group and how do we handle it, And, again, we had some turnovers in the neutral zone. We started getting away from the game plan a little bit. And, again, it's just that's a thing that we just gotta be better dealing with.
Their goal 53 seconds into the third period, that was a shot that, again, like you spoke a little bit, it hit Mundinger's chest. He lost sight of it for a minute. It dribbles. It just goes barely across the goal line, but it's a goal.
Yeah.
How tough was that one? That gave them a little bit more life. And then their tying goal, I don't know what happened. It was like behind a net. And
I still have no clue how that even went in. I can't make this stuff up. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it was just it wasn't in the cards tonight. Is basically what the guy upstairs is telling me. So I mean, it was some freaky stuff. But again, you got to tip your hat to Hunts. They kept sticking with it. They kept working. So the credit goes to them. They found a way. Anytime you can climb back down 2 goals, the credit, all the world, it goes to Huntsville and their coaching staff and them sticking with it. And for us, we got to learn from it and be better tomorrow.
You were able to call timeout with about 1 minute and 30-some seconds left. You got Mundinger out and got the extra attacker on, but it was tough. It was tough getting a really good look in those final 90 seconds, I thought. What did you see there?
They blocked a lot of shots. We knew that in the pre-scout. We talked about that. That team blocks more shots. Them in Fayetteville, by far the biggest shot blocking teams. They'll just build a soccer wall up in front of the net. So you got to be, again, we talked about this in the pre-scout, again, a lot of shots in the shin pads. And you can't do that against a team like that that's playing like that. You got to be patient with it. You got to move it around and try to manipulate them to go out of that shape that they're in and deliver pucks in from different trajectories and different angles to get guys a chance to get some looks at. And that's what happens when you're pressing. Sometimes the brain shuts down, you force things, and, again, they blocked a lot of shots there at the end.
Tomorrow night, you got right back at it here, just like last week. You came out last Saturday with a terrific performance. I think you're probably confident these guys are going to come out. Your guys are going to come out tomorrow and be fired up and.
Again, it's the back-to-back games. We're starting to play some better hockey. We're starting to play more the way that I want us playing. Get some chemistry. The power play is starting to come along better. Some chemistry. We had another week of practice with Dion in and with Grex getting in a little bit, with Keys getting in. So, some chemistry now is starting to come together, which is good. So, again, there ain't nothing to it but to do it tomorrow night. You got to flush it and go back to work tomorrow.